This year, there is a big focus on technology and the data behind self-driving cars. Intel's Mobileye unit was the latest to break new ground. The company released footage of a completely autonomous ride around Jerusalem, Israel, with the car relying only on camera technology. Mobileye CEO Amnon Shashua spoke exclusively to Bloomberg's Ed Ludlow about what's setting the company apart in the race to fully autonomous vehicles.
We have a vehicle with 12 cameras, 4 parking cameras and 8 long-range cameras, feeding information to a single IQ5 chip, which is our latest system on chip. And this car has the ability to drive autonomously end-to-end. There's no other sensors in the car. Then we have another separate car, which has no cameras, just Lidars and radars, performing the same kind of performance. And then at the end of the development, we'll put them together to create redundant systems. And what we showed in this clip, that just with the cameras, we can handle driving scenarios that are challenging even for a human driver.
When we talk about ADAS, we're talking, of course, about advanced driver assistance systems. In other words, the technology that is behind self-driving. What is it that you are doing that is different to your competitors, your direct competitors, but also different to other names out there like Waymo, like Cruise?
So I think that there are 3 areas that separates us from the crowd. The first one is about a model of safety. We published a paper 2 years ago about how to formalize the common sense of human driving, how to define what danger situation is in the context of decision making on merging into traffic. And since then we have been working with regulatory bodies to standardize this model. We are the only company that is really transparent about its safety model. That's one element. The second element is about data. We have a crowdsourced technology using vehicles that have ADAS systems on them. We're talking about millions of vehicles. Those vehicles, they send us data. The data goes into the cloud and we build high definition maps automatically. And then we have other business opportunities using this data, not only for autonomous driving. And the third, and I think most important distinguishing element, is that we're not lidar centric. We have this concept of 2 separate streams, one just cameras and the other one lidars and radars, such that these systems are redundant. Whereas our competitors, they start with a 360 lidar, that's a kind of the common school of thoughts, and then they complement it with additional sensors like cameras. The advantage of being able to be camera-centric, to have a stream only with cameras, because then it applies also for driving assist, for ADAS. It creates a better and robust system by having redundant systems. And we can get the performance which is much better than just a lidar-centric system. Along
with some partners, you are working towards a fleet of Robotaxis, for want of a better expression. What's the timeline on that? We have a number of joint ventures. The one that we made public a few months ago was joint venture with Volkswagen to commercially deploy Robotaxi in Tel Aviv early 2022. There will be about 200 Robotaxi vehicles. Means without a safety driver, completely autonomous. And we are working diligently on meeting that timeline, so early 2022. In parallel, we'll be launching in China together with NIO. In parallel, we'll be launching in Paris with RATP. In parallel, we'll be launching the city of Daegu in South Korea, also a mobility as a service.